Welcome everyone. We are back on True Heel Heat, and we have a very, very, very special video here where we have the owner, the mind, the mastermind behind one of the hottest rising independent promotions in the New York City area, Battle Club Pro. Battle Club Pro has been getting a huge name, and we are here with Joakim Morales, the mastermind, the owner of Battle Club Pro. Welcome to True Heel Heat, my brother.
Thank you for having me, Sid. Thank you, True Heel Heat. What do you guys call your fans?
The True Heels. The True Heels. The True Heels. Yes. There's a lot of heels out there. There's a lot of fans that love to express themselves without no filter, and those are the True Heels.
So the True Heels. Do you have like an elite version of that?
I mean, you would be an elite version. I mean, what would you call like the elite portion of
those who are like really like you got your man Larry. I think he would be like.
This is true.
So in your True Heel sect, he would be a heat seeker because he does looking. He's looking for it.
I like that. So we have the True Heels, and then the elite is the Heat Seekers.
The Heat Seekers, that's Larry Morgan, Morgatron.
Larry Morgan, shouts out to him. Joakim Morales, he is now a Heat Seeker. So welcome to True Heel Heat, my brother. We wanted to have a special interview with you because True Heel Heat has been working with Battle Club Pro since last year. Yeah. We have had this partnership, this sponsorship with all these great events in the New York City area. So we wanted to get to know you, the owner of Battle Club Pro. How did you like this crazy world of professional wrestling that we all love, that the whole reason that people watch our show, people watch professional wrestling? Yeah. Like, how did you get into this crazy world of wrestling? How did you discover it?
One of my earliest memories, I've said it a bunch of times, but just Macho Man versus Steamboat,
All right.
I think it was the Boston Garden and cost them the Intercontinental Championship. Like, this is one of my earliest memories. And wrestling's always just kind of been there. Like, it's always been the fail-safe, regardless of whether school was going good, girl problems, money. It's like, hey, wrestling was always there to fall back on. And I feel like everyone has that in common. Like, damn it, I've had a bad day. Let me toss on my favorite match, or let me see what the hype is behind this talent, whatever the case may be. As it pertains to Battle Club, super strong opinion. I don't know how much of the background they can get, but there's this little CM Punk thing here, which is incredible. And I've gone on record a bunch saying like he's my all-time favorite. There was just something about him that just immediately sparked my interest. So, I mean, I had this crazy strong opinion when Punk was in that middle of the summer of Punk, the 434, and they were trying to like utilize Ryback as the new Cena-esque figure against Punk.
Yes.
So I am not the founder of Battle Club. That is Carlos Aristi, my original partner. Long story short for him, he trained to get into the business as a worker. It didn't work out. Figured he could do production for it. Once he started doing production for it, he thought he could run his own show. So he did. Got everything together, booked the matches, and out of nowhere, because we would always get into these heated arguments about CM Punk and Ryback and what's good and what's not good, he just kind of messaged me. He's like, hey, man, do you want to do commentary for the show? And I'm like, you can only fail if you say yes. If you say no, it's the same as, I'm saying, taking the opportunity and failing. So I was like, sure, whatever. Not necessarily believing him. It's like, yeah, sure. And a couple months down the line, and then like I'm starting to see graphics. And he's like, tickets are going live soon. I'm like, okay, this is real.
This is going on.
This is gonna happen. So I hit him up and I'm like, yo, dude, I don't want to just do commentary. I want to be more. Like, how can I help you? I want to be a partner. What can I do to be a partner? So we met up. Like, we were Facebook friends for years, but never actually met. So we met up in the Bronx and started handing out flyers. And then it slowly turned into me being the third man on his production company. So now I would get to see independent talent firsthand, see how the shows are going, and meet these guys and talk to these guys. And it was just like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So, first show ever is October 1st, 2016. I do commentary and I suck. I suck. Dave Sturcio carried me, and Dave Sturcio is doing crazy things all over, division football in high school. And he's hosting all the WrestlePro stuff, and he's all over the place. He was on UFC, Colby Covington one time, just as one of his crew. It was crazy. Sturch carried me, like a infant baby the whole night, and he's giving me a bunch of word of wisdom. So like I slowly started like practicing and getting better, and kind of just steered away from mainstream wrestling for the most part. Started watching independent wrestling, and I was like, all right, started trying to call those matches.
So as far as like independent wrestling, what was like the promotions that got your attention during that time?
Well, the thing I kept my eye on the most is where we worked. So we would film Wrestle Pro, we would film Tier 1. Tier 1 did a super show, and then like Warriors of Wrestling was on there. And we did like this weird gig forever and a quarter mile in Jersey called Fiesta Pro. But just like little things like that. And then, you start looking, like you meet these people, you friend them, and then you start seeing their videos, and then that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. And then like slowly but surely my responsibilities became more. It was more like, hey, do this. And I think the first match I ever booked was the Carnies versus the 13th Floor. And they're both teams from the South, but they never crossed paths. They were very similar. And I fell in love with the 13th Floor through Wrestler's Laboratory, which is the company I would watch. And their eye for talent is infinitely better than mine. So, like, I would watch their products. Like, oh, that guy would work good with this guy, and so on and so forth. Shout out to Chris Ruiz, just had his first kid not too long ago, and Mike Sweeney's awesome. So those guys are like they were really like, if you look at scouts for wrestling, that's what they are. And then watching them do their thing helped me get better at doing what I do. So that's how it started. And yeah, I booked that match, and then slowly but surely it was more like, here's more responsibility.
Put more on your plate. Just
yeah, more. And then like he started, I hope I don't like offend him when I say this, but he started talking, like we started becoming friends, and he was like, man, I think I want to have a second kid, and he's like, if this happens, I'm probably out, like, but always teasing it, not like, oh, this is definitely gonna happen. And you joke around, you know how your guys are, yeah, his wife's amazing. So we end up buying our own ring from High Spots, and him and his wife go get it. And he's like, man, like the whole time we're talking, he's like, you're built for this, dude. Like, I don't know if I am, but you're built for this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're just being nice. You're just, you're being nice because you want me to do more work, But yeah, then like last year, of the 5 events we held, he booked like 3 matches. It was all me, and he's like, here, and he's like, I want, you give me my due credit. And so he booked LAX versus the Carnies,
okay,
and Darius Carter, our version of the Crusade for Change.
Yeah, and
like he booked Mia and Tessa. He literally booked like 3 or 4 matches tops, but it was all me. Like I was reaching out to people, and it just kind of snowballed.